Good morning, dear students and friends. Welcome back to the Prithviraj English Academy. As our social studies series is going on for Karnataka State Boards, so in today's video we are going to discuss about 6 standards, chapter number 2nd, India our pride. Explanation we are going to come to know by today in this video. It is for 2025 and 26 syllabus of it is for first semester. So without a delay, let's start the explanation about our India, our pride. So now come to the after studying this chapter, we will understanding how the modern European scholars helped the world to comprehend, means understand the glory of Oriental India. We will come to know in this one. Okay, next, Oriental means ancient. Okay, then move to the understanding the and taking pride in knowing about the achievements of Indians in the field of knowledge and science. Comprehending, understanding the eternal values. Eternal means they are going to be permanent, such values that Indians gifted to the mankind and how they are relevant in the modern times. Okay, these things we will come to know in this lesson. So first, in introduction, mother and motherlands are greater than the heavens above. Mother and motherland, this thing we have given to the world. In Sanskrit, this is the translation of Sanskrit sloka. Here it is Sanskrit sloka. In a Sanskrit sloka, we are going to say that like that. At that, Janani Janma Bhumischa Sargada Sargadi Sargadipi Gariyasi. Sargadapi Gariyasi. This is the exactly meaning of what you right now have said. Mother and motherlands are greater than the heavens above. This is the meaning of that. India's respect for the motherland is universally it is. Entire world it is. Okay, we are the one. We are going to consider India is a motherland. People of different countries imagine in different ways. Okay, they are going to give the different they are going to imagine for these countries, but we are going to consider it is our mother. India is our mother, we are going to consider. Okay, so the worship of mother goddess existed in India and in many ancient civilizations. Okay, now move to the man who was a nomad. Nomad means what? They are going to travel from place to place in search of the food and water. Okay, in earlier days we are the nomad. Okay, but gradually you began to settle at a convenient places. Wherever it will be convenient, they are going to they are according to them they feel it is a good for them. They started settling over there. So these things only going to given the beginning of village life. As a time passed, village they came together and became the kingdoms. Means either maybe the big one or small one. Okay, okay, kingdom, and they become the kingdoms. First, people they are traveling from place to place. Then afterward they stay at a means after some time they are started settling at a one places. Then that will be going to call it as villages. After the village, the villages became the kingdom. Then after the kingdoms, after the kingdom, so many kingdoms were took place. Okay, then after these kingdoms collectively we are going to call them as what? Empire. Empires, most of the empires means they came to the existence, and this lead to the spirit of patriotism. Means patriotism means love towards one country. Means we started loving towards our countries. Okay, So it is also considered as an evolutionary development of Janapada. Janapada means where people settle into the Mahajanapada. Mahajanapada means great kingdoms. Yeah, greater kingdoms. So now come to the how we got a name Bharatakhanda, Hindustan, India, Jambudweep. How we got these names? We will come to know here. Do you know how our country got the name Bharat? So here, according to the Purana, there was a king. His name is called Bharat. He is the eldest son of the Rishabhanatha. Rishabhanatha is the father of the Bharat. Okay, Bharat was ruling the whole entire India, Bharat that time. So where the Bharat has ruled, no, that land will going to call means the land ruled by the Bharat is known as the Bharata Khanda, yeah, Bharat Varsha, yeah, Bharata Desha. We are going to. So I hope you came to know how we got a name Bharata Khanda, Bharat Desh, Bharat Varsha. Now move to the next. Next it is here in ancient time India is from here to. We are going to start from here. Okay, please make down. Means today's Afghanistan, even Iraq also. Iran also, once upon a time it is under control of us. Okay, from here it is going to start till the here, till the here, and here also we have the our land. So that's why it is called it as a Akhanda Bharata. We are going to call it Akhanda Bharata. We are going to call it. Okay, so now move to the about 3000 years ago. From now 3000 years ago, the Persians means today's Irani people, yeah, from the Iran, they came in contact with the people of the Sindhu river valley. They came in contact with the Sindhu river valley. Sindhu river valley. Here is India, okay, and these are the people from Iran. Next to Afghanistan. This is Iran and this is Afghanistan, today's Pakistan and India. So those time India today means that time India is not only this much in ancient time before 3000 years. Pakistan also is our part, Afghanistan also our part, even the half part of Iran also our parts, until this side even the Myanmar also our part it is once upon a time. Even the Myanmar also it is our part once upon a time. Even the Myanmar also, even the Myanmar, okay, Myanmar it is here, Myanmar, then you hear the Malaysia, these are all places are once upon a time they are our part only till the Malaysia, okay. So it is the Iran, okay. Now go back to the lesson, okay. When they came to India, here it is the river Sindhu. It will going to take birth here, but here the people first started staying here, okay, Sindhu river. The Iran people they came and they got the contact with us, and that time they started calling us as a Persian people. Instead of Sindhu, they called us as a Hindu. The Persians called the people Hindu. Later, when the Greeks came to India, when the Greek people they came to India, they came to contact with Indians, they started in their spoken uses, means while they are saying, they are started saying Hindu as a Sindhus, because of the Indus river, and later on they are started calling us as a Hindu, okay. Who is that? Greek people from the Greece, okay. So after that, when the Persian they came to India, means to rule, that time again the Hindu word began to use again, okay, and they start called our country as a Hindustan. Who then? Persian means today Iran people, they started calling us as a Hindu people, those are going to living in the means Sindhu Valley, those are the Hindu, and that area we are going to call it as what? Hindustan. So we got a name like that, Hindustan, by the Persian people, yeah, by the Persian language, means Persian language we got the name Hindustan. Okay, and the people Hindus and their religion Hinduism. Okay, under the influence of the British, this country was called as India. Okay, and Hindu religion was called Hinduism in Western countries. In Western countries, our religion is called it as a Hinduism. Here the Western means after this line. Okay, this center line is there, no? So this part is eastern part. After this line, this side it is eastern part, and this side it is western part. So in the Western countries, ours, what they are going to call us as a Hinduism, our religion. And okay, now move to the Europeans who introduced the uniqueness of India, a Orientalist. Okay, so some of the English scholars were responsible for making the world know of our India's glory. A prominent among them, means very important among them, is William Jones. William Jones. He was the Supreme Court judge. Okay, and along with that he is the Sanskrit scholar also. He appointed here in India as a Supreme Court judge during the East India Company rule. During the East India Company rule. And that time, today we have a Supreme Court, our Supreme Court in New Delhi, but that time it was there in a Bengal. That time it was there in a Bengal. After some times it is going to shifted from Bengal to New Delhi in later. Okay. So that time William Jones was appointed. He is from Europe. He appointed as a judge of the Supreme Court. He learned the Sanskrit language and he started studying our books. So in that, once upon a time, William Jones said that the vocabulary of the Sanskrit language is wonderful. It is the best and best according to him. Okay, he established one organization. Okay, in 1784 he established the organization. The organization name is called Aesthetic Society. Aesthetic Society. Again in the year of 1832, he renamed that organization as a Aesthetic Society of Bengal. Aesthetic Society of Bengal. And this organization means which one? Aesthetic Society of Bengal, Aesthetic Society. They started publishing the books. This organization published the English translation of Bhagavad Gita. They started translating the Bhagavad Gita into the English and they started publishing that in an English language. So Bhagavad Gita is the first translated work from Sanskrit to English. Please remember this one. There is a most of the time they are going to ask the question which was the first book, a work translated from Sanskrit to English is Bhagavad Gita. Please remember this one. From the India, Bhagavad Gita was first, it was going to translate it from Sanskrit to English language by the Aesthetics Society of Bengal. William Jones also translated other works like Sakuntala. Sakuntala is a great drama written by the Kalidasa. Later, the French and the German scholars continued to study Indian languages and culture. Okay. Afterwards, after him, so many German and French scholars, they came here, they settled down here, they started studying our languages, our culture, about our culture they studied. Okay. Here it is West Bengal today. Okay. And once upon a time, today is West Bengal and Bangladesh and Bihar and Odisha was collectively one part it is. Okay. Now move to the next. Some names got changed, right? Okay. Here. They changed. For example, once upon a time, Magadh, we are going to call it in ancient time. Now it is Bihar. Once upon a time, we are going to call Kalinga. Now it is Odisha. Okay, here it is. Bihar. Okay, once upon a time, it is called it as a Magadh. Kalinga. Today, Odisha. We are going to. Okay. Then next, Chera, once upon a time we are going to call for the Kerala. Here it is Kerala. Okay, here it is Kerala. Okay, then next. Once upon a time we are going to call Indraprastha for the Delhi. Prayag Raj. Today we are going to call Prayag Raj. Once upon a time we are going to call it as a. Now it is Allahabad, but once again we have changed that from Allahabad to Prayagraj. Now it is Prayagraj. It is located in Uttar Pradesh. Very recently the this one Kumbh Mela had done right over there. That is called the Prayagraj. Okay, once upon a time it is Prayagraj. Then when during the rule of the Muslim empires, then that time it is called it as a Allahabad. Now once again you have to change the name as a Prayagraj. Now it is okay. Some names are going to keep remains there, means from there to till now, like example of Kashmir, Nepal, Kailasa, Kurukshetra, Ayodhya, Kasi, Mathura. Now it is there the same. But after few names by the periodically means, but according to time they got changed. For example, once upon a time Madras is very famous, but today the Madras is going to call it as a Chennai. Once upon a time Prayagraj, now afterwards it is Allahabad, now it is again it is Prayagraj, it is okay. Baroda was there once upon a time, now it is called as a Vadodara. Then Bombay was there once upon a time, now it is called the Mumbai. It got changed. Okay, I hope. So now move to the great contributions of Indians to the field of the mathematics. So here they are going to ask the question for the 3 marks, 4 mark questions. So please pay attention for here. Okay, now come to the in the edicts means inscriptions. Edicts means like that inscriptions. Okay, of the Ashoka. Ashoka is the great emperor of the Mauryas. Okay, in his edicts and inscription, numbers are used in a large number of time. Abundantly means a large number of time they have used the numbers in that. Okay, we will come to know the about that. Means during the Ashoka time and before that only we know the about the numbers. Okay, and these are means these edicts are written in a before 2000 2300 years ago. Okay, that time even Europeans didn't know about the numerals. Now not 2300 years ago, even before 1000 years ago also they didn't know. It is we are talking about 2300 years ago. They even didn't know. From here now to 1000 years ago also they didn't know about numerals. Okay, about the numbers. Okay, Indians we know that about numerals, then decimals also we know, fractions also we know, even the algebra also we know. This is our contribution to the world. Please remember this one in a mathematics. This is, and along with that one more is there, our contribution to great contribution to zero we have invented by ourselves, and we have started using the zero first time in the world. Means this is our prideness, this is our pride. Why we are going to pride about India? Because we have given the contribution to the world, that about the numerals, decimals, fractions, algebra, and about zero also we have given the contribution to the world. Okay, and along with that, and after the zero, invention of the zero, the calculation is very easy, man, afterwards. Otherwise it is very difficult before the zero. Okay, okay, so zero has the more importance in the calculation. Okay, along with that in the science also you have the contributions. That is what earth is a round and earth goes around the sun. Actually before in a means it is about very long back ago you have given this the statement, very long back ago. What is that? Earth is round and earth goes around the sun. In solar system you maybe know, right? Earth is means who is the center? Sun is the center, and all the planet will going to goes around the sun, like that earth also going to goes around the sun. This was going to stated, this was going to discovered by the Aryabhata is here. He is a great sage of ancient India. This is our contribution to the world. Okay, the Indian scientist in these times of the modern science, the credit of discovering the truth that the earth is round is given to the Copernicus by the Europeans, but actually it is hours before him, 10 centuries ago, Aryabhatta was going to discover that is earth is round and earth goes round the sun. 10 centuries ago of the Copernicus, he has proved that, but nowadays we are given the means that fully credit to the Copernicus only. Okay, Indians had made also prepared longitudinal maps. Longitudinal maps we have prepared. Longitudinal means these are what is that vertical lines on the world we are going to means on the globe we are going to draw, right, those imaginary lines, longitudes. Such maps, okay, like such maps we are going to through that we'll come to know the time and everything. Okay, such maps we are going to started by our geographist and they started preparing the maps. Those are longitudinal maps, longitudinal and latitudinal maps, and those are for the sailors at where Ujjaini. I started this one very long back ago. Okay, along with that, the views of the Indian contributions. Okay, here the famous Pythagoras theorem. It was going to already known by the our Indian says. His name is called Baudhayana. At the means he is the great Indian scientist and before the 2 centuries earlier than the Pythagoras. And along with that we know that indivisible unit of the matter is called the atom. We are going to call it as what? Atom. In Sanskrit it is called it as a Anu. This also stated by the an Indian sage before by the Europeans. His name is called Indians sage is what is his name? Kannad. Not Kannada, Kannad. Okay, and he has means 27 centuries ago than the Pythagoras he was going to prove. 1 century means 100 years. 27 centuries means how many years? Huh? 1 century means how much? 100 years. So 27 means you can just imagine 2700 years ago he has proved that. 2700 years ago he has proved who that? Kannada has proved that atom, and Buddhana has proved that Pythagoras theorem before him than the 200 years ago. Okay, now move to the next. Indians knew the manufacture of the steel since the ancient time. This one already we came to know in the previous lesson. Okay, of the our 600. Indians were the foremost in the building ships. In a Surat of Gujarat was well known place for the shipbuilding. Okay, after the Indian identified the even the monsoon winds also. Monsoon winds also. So because of this one what happened? It was going to help to the if we identify the monsoon winds, it was going to helpful us to the navigation. Okay, and along with that our contribution is yoga and Sanskrit also. Yoga and Sanskrit also. It is our contributions. Okay. Now move to the influence of Indian culture even in a abroad or in a foreigners. Indians were expert in a seafaring. Seafaring means traveling on the sea, by the sea. Okay, activities and cultural exchanges took place between the countries. Buddhism spread beyond India's border. It was spread to the Afghanistan, Tibet, Mongolia, China, Korea, Japan, Sri Lanka has adopted Buddhism after some times. Okay, here in a world map we will come to know about them. Okay, in a world map we will come to know about that, the country name. Okay, here it is. Here it is India. Okay, Here it is India. Let me know. Okay, here it is India. Then our Buddhism was going to spread to the Afghanistan, to the Mongolia, to the Mongolia. Even it is spread to the China also, and below the China we have the Tibet. Between the Nepal, here it is Nepal, and China. Between that we have the Tibet also, and it is spread to the Korea also. Okay, Korea, South Korea and North Korea, today we are going to call them here also. Even it is spread to the Japan also. It is spread to the Japan also. And after some time the China, it was adopted Buddhism as their state religion. Understanding my point? And along with that, one more thing we should be know that that is what the tallest Buddha statue in the world was located in a where? It is located in a Bhaviana of the Afghanistan. Where? In a Afghanistan it is located. It is not going to surprise you. Isn't it surprising us? Because Afghanistan nowadays it is in a Taliban, ruled by the Taliban, means most of the, means now more than the 90% maybe the population of Afghanistan is Muslims. But once upon a time over there, the Buddhism statue are there, world's tallest. Okay, right? Buddhas, by the Sri Lanka it is. Okay, now move to the what? Next. Buddhism and Hindu culture spread to the different countries of South Asia also, in a South Asia also. For example, in the magnificent, the magnificent means a great, important, that is what, in a Cambodia, you know, I hope you maybe know the country name, Cambodia. Over there, Angkor Wat, a place is there. Over there, one of the world's greatest architecture is located. It is going to consider as a world's greatest architecture because here you have the temple. Okay, in Java is a country over there. In a Java's Borobudur, that is a place name. In that place we have the huge Buddhist temple is there. Both the Angkor Wat and the Borobudur, they both are going to consider as a world heritage sites. They both are. Okay, here the temple. Angkor Wat in Cambodia, it is Hindu temple, and Borobudur, that place we have the Buddhist temple. Okay, these are both are going to consider as a world's heritage nowadays. I want to show you where the Java is going to locate it. Let me show you. The Java. Here it is Java. Okay, here it is Java. Please pay attention here. Here it is the Java. So here also we have our influence. Okay, we had our influence. Okay, now move to the next. Okay, so okay, now move to the in this, especially in South Asia we have, along with that in South Asia, had for nearly 9 centuries in South Asia and Eastern Asia, Indian culture has going to influence the people. Okay, especially our dance and songs. Okay, then the stories like from the Ramayana and Mahabharata also had the impact on them. They live till today also. Okay, now move to the next. Some eternal values of the India. For example, Acharya Devo Bhaya. Devo Bhava. Acharya means teacher. Acharya means teacher. Deva means God. Means it will going to consider teacher is a God. This is our eternal value. Eternal means it will not going to end. Okay. Endless. Yeah. Throughout the life. Okay. Once upon a time, education was not going to consider as a business, especially in a ancient Indian culture. It will going to consider as a, it will not going to consider business those time, right? The whatever the values are taught by the teachers to the pupils. Pupils means students. Okay, students. These are 3,000 years ago are relevant for today also. For example, their main major they are going to teach is, means their major teaching is what? Tell the truth. Always you have to tell the truths. Then be righteous, means always you should be in a right path. Don't be satisfied with whatever you are learning. Shouldn't be satisfied with your learning. You shouldn't be that I have learned it. No. Still, even though you have completed the things, like you can take an example of Ravana. Once upon a time we are going to consider Ravana was the great scholar. So he knew only 0.00% of knowledge he had. He are going to say it by himself. Most of the scholars we are going to consider, they know only 0.000% of the, only that much of knowledge only they got. Means nobody has the what the full knowledge. Means we shouldn't be satisfied with our knowledge. Then fourth one is don't be arrogant. It is very important. Don't be the arrogant. Then fifth one is treat mother, father and teacher as well as guest also God, equal to the gods. Understanding my point? This is what first is Acharya Deva Bhava. Then afterwards one more it is there. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu means let all the people be happy. Means everybody should be happy. Everybody should be happy. Everyone should be happy. This is our eternal values. It is a eternal value. Second one main it is, means Sarvejana Sukhino Bhavantu. This is a noble value of our ancients. Let all people be happy. It is the purpose of life for us. We are always going to say that Vasu Deva Kutumbakam. Vasudeva Kutumbakam means the whole world is one family according to us. Okay, that's why we are going to say that Sarve Jana Sukhina Bhavantu means everybody should be happy. And Vasudeva Kutumbakam, the whole world is one. The meaning of this, it is a Sanskrit phrase. It is Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Okay, now move to the, I hope one more you have forgotten here. Third one, it is what? Non-violence. 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 Right? Means you should not be violent. You should not be trouble anyone. Okay. Indians are the foremost advocate of the non-violence. Especially Buddhism and Jainism. They are means advocated. They are going to say this one. What is that? Non-violence. Even the Mahatma Gandhi also adopted the non-violence as his philosophy. Right? It became the powerful weapon. Because of this, everyone's effort and even the Gandhiji's effort also, especially his philosophy that non-violence, through that we got the independence. Okay, along with his philosophy, even the sacrifice of the, like Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, so many are there, even Lal Lajpat Rai, so many are there, like Sangoli Rayana from our Karnataka, so many are there. Because of them we got the independence. Okay, now move to the fourth one. It is what? Equality of all the religions. That's why now in India is going to call it as a secular country. Now also we are going to call it as a secular country. Secular country means we are going to treat all the religions as a equally. We are going to treat, right? So it is very most important. That is what? Equality of all the religions. Means according to us, knowledge means light. Light is a light. Knowledge means knowledge. Wherever it comes from, it has the power to eliminate our darkness, reduce the darkness. Light means what? Knowledge. Knowledge means light, right? So light means knowledge, and light means light. It may becomes wherever from it may be. How? By whomever you may be get the knowledge. It will going to eliminate, it will going to reduce our darkness. Okay, it will going to remove our darkness. Similarly, religion is a religion. Religion is a religion. And according to us, God is one. But names are there. Those are, so many names are there. These things was going to said in a Vedic religion. Vedas. Like, I hope you may be aware about that 4 Vedas. Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Yajurveda Veda, Atharvana Veda. Will come means about this one. Right? And after this lesson we are going to study about them maybe. Right? So, I hope my dears we came to know the contributions, how we got a name as a India, then afterwards we came to know the contributions for the mathematics, science, the world, along with that our influence on the world also we came to know, along with that we came to know our certain eternal values also. I hope you understood the today's lesson. If anything may be there as a doubt, as a anything you want to maybe the query related to this one, you can comment and like and subscribe, and please share this video among your friends. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video, my dears. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.